Welcome back to Shopify Sunday Drives, hosted here from I-294 in my Jaguar F-Type. I'm your host, Kurt Elster, Shopify Plus expert with a light tan. And someone had asked me a good question, one of my favorite topics. They said, what makes a good lead magnet? So a lead magnet, essentially, we got to define it first. It's a bribe. That's what's going on. A lead magnet is a bribe to get somebody's email address. I let your lead magnets opt-in form, whatever headline you promise. You know, those pop-ups that you get on a website when you first go to it that says, hey, sign it, put in your email address, join our newsletter. That's your opt-in form. It's a bribe. It's like when you go into a bar, you want to get some girl's phone number, you got to have a crafty pickup line, be charming. That's the way to think about your lead magnet and your opt-in form. It's this very early relationship, because oftentimes these pop-up forms happen like within 10 seconds of someone landing on your site, and you're immediately in the visitor's face going, hey, what's your phone number, right? Only we're asking for their email address. So for that reason, when you look at it that way, in this human-to-human relationship approach, your lead magnet needs to be really compelling. Gone are the days, for at least 10 years, where you could just have an opt-in form and a blog that's like, hey, sign up for my newsletter, I'll send you updates, put in your email. That's not going to work. Very few people are going to opt in with that. My own website, my lead magnet, I think the opt-in rate's like 5.5%, which I don't have a frame of reference to know if that's good or not. But I promise, I'm in the info product space, so my lead magnets are, a free video for my video series, Ecommerce Hacks Weekly, a free couple sample chapters from my book, Ecommerce Bootcamp, or if you're on my consulting site, my lead magnet is, what's the other one? 25 conversion rate optimization ideas to try in your Shopify store. So you can see in all of these things, for me anyway, it's, all right, no cost to you, give me your email address, and then I'm going to show you how I work. I'm going to give you something of value. I'm going to work in public and give you this info for free that ultimately is going to help you make more money. So I need to be giving away value with my lead magnet. Now, so I'm in the info market space, of course, with those things. In your Shopify store, info products, that kind of stuff can work if you're in a particular niche. A good example off the top of my head, I've seen a couple times, people selling stuff, baby gear, more for newborns and new parents. And oftentimes their lead magnet will be an educational product. It won't be a coupon. It'll be an ebook. It's like, hey, get our guide. Here's, time-saving strategies for, having a family. Or here's, our 15 ways to get your newborn to sleep, right? Because that, in every case, what you're doing is with an educational product for a lead magnet is solving a pain or problem. Now, the one mistake I always see people make with lead magnets, they make them way too darn long, right? And I think that comes from a lack of confidence, where look, you're an expert in your space, you made the lead magnet, and it just seems really basic to you. But to anyone else who's not in your business 24/7, it's not as obvious to them. Like if you're talking to someone and they know 10% more than you, they're going to seem like an expert. Like all it takes is for them to know 10% more, and you're like, oh wow, this guy's an expert, right? It's going to be no different with this lead magnet. So if you're going that info product route, it could be an ebook, it could be a video, it could be an email course. I like the email courses because you get a lot of touch points, a lot of engagement, during the course of the email course. I do that too. All of these things help build a relationship, help build trust, and help teach your customer, hey, this is what you're about. So don't overthink it. Just provide some value if you're going to go that route that quickly solves a pain or problem. Now, I say that because that's what I do. That's the stuff I like. But most e-commerce stores are just going to give away a coupon, and that's perfectly fine. I think it's very standard at this point. And so at the very least, you should be building your email list. That's the cornerstone of building, customer lifetime value. And you're going to need that for marketing automation if you're doing stuff with, say, like Klaviyo, and even just to build your Facebook custom audiences. You need this email list. Having that email list is hugely valuable. So at the very least, put an opt-in form on your Shopify store when people first get to the store. The most basic thing you could do, like most themes will support this. If you want to get fancy, you can use a service like Optimonk or just Uno to have a fancy opt-in form. I like Privy. Privy is cool too. Truthfully, they're all kind of the same. Pick the one you like. I'm not going to obsess over tools, but pick the one you like. Have an opt-in form for when people first land on the site. Have an exit intent form where you give a better offer for people who are exiting the site, and then give your best offer in the shopping cart and an exit intent form. And it could be, really it's just how much you're comfortable with. You could say, hey, here's $5 off your first order. Here's, 15% off your entire order if they're abandoning the cart. Like, use those coupon codes. Now, one thing I've noticed that really helps with the lead magnet, with the opt-in form itself, is, the first part is figure out what your offer is going to be. That's the lead magnet. The other part is the opt-in form, where they actually type in their email address, and that's what explains it. You need to use some hyperbole. People tend to get too humble with their opt-in form. I mean, this thing, to get someone's attention with an opt-in form, really harness your inner internet marketer and be a little bit spammy. Just be 20% more enthusiastic than you would normally be. My opt-in form says, steal these theme hacks that saw a 230% increase overnight. Well, I have the language steal these theme hacks is it's hyperbolic, but it's good. And that percentage is real. That was an actual example store where that worked. So, am I missing anything? I'm thinking here. Oh, in the opt-in form, including an image helps hugely. Whether it's a literal picture of a coupon code, a picture of the ebook cover you're showing, having an image really helps get people's attention and kind of make it clear, all right, this is what you're getting, and hey, we're professionals and we do things nice and pretty. Anyway, I've talked for 7 minutes on lead magnets and opt-in forms. I like it a lot because it is the cornerstone of building an email list, and then you need that email list for marketing automation with your email service provider and with Facebook ads with custom audiences and retargeting. One of my favorite things to do is marketing automation, as you may be able to tell. So anyway, if you have any questions at all, comment, email me, whatever. I'm happy to help. And of course, if you want to hire me to work with you, you can apply at ethercycle.com.